All right, guys, on this Fit Rockstar show, I am on fire and bubbly because I have one of the biggest personalities here in my studio. She's such a beautiful gem. She's a 3-time bikini Olympian. She's a 3-time bikini champ. She is the boss, Alexandria Ross.
That was an introduction I've never had before. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
I am excited to be here. I really am.
Congratulations on your win. I know it's a little bit overdue.
I know that was so 3 weeks ago.
That's all right. It's still, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your 3rd Olympia, right?
Yes.
And how does that feel for you?
It feels like Disneyland every time. It really does. I think people get this pressure each Olympia. Well, I've talked to a lot of pros, and they have this pressure every time, and they say it gets harder every time. But for me, that's the one show where I'm good with eye contact with the judges, and I ream my clients. I say, you look at every judge and you say, pick me, pick me, pick me. But at Olympia, that is like the one show I look at the judges, but I look at the crowd, because it's like, you just soak it up. It's Disneyland.
How important is that to look at the judges when you're on stage?
I think eye contact is everything. Mm-hmm. You can say so much with your eyes.
Really?
I mean, I'm saying so much with my hands right now, too.
Italiana.
But nobody likes a bird watcher. So right. I do our social media for the gym, and so I have to pull a lot of athlete photos. And I can always tell the people who have made eye contact with the judges because they have a great front shot, great smile, eyes are on the camera. Mm-hmm. And then the bird watchers, I call them.
What are they looking at? Right, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
So I just think making that eye contact it's making a connection, whether they're looking at you or not.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we say the gym, you're talking about Pro Physiques?
Yes.
Okay.
Pro Physiques, the pros. Mm-hmm. It's all one. It's confusing for some. So.
Yeah. It's one of the coolest gyms, actually, in Air Phoenix. And it's really cool. I mean, Whitney Jones obviously owns the gym, and you guys got a huge leg area and butt area.
If you can't grow an ass at Pro Physiques,
something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
Yes.
There's a problem.
I want to know what makes you tick. So tell me, what was little Alexandria like?
Like
when you were like a little girl, were you like the Barbies, just to yourself, bubbly like you're now?
I don't know. I kind of just beat my own drum, I guess.
Okay.
Just a little, I don't think I had a whole lot of, I like Polly Pockets. Do you remember that?
Polly Pockets. Those are so collectible.
We're putting age, though, when we talk about these things, because people are going to be like, Polly who? I did like Polly Pockets. Spice Girls.
Oh, of course. Who likes, of course.
That was a good thing. But I was never super girly girl. I tried to apply makeup today, and
you did a great job.
Thank you, because those YouTube tutorials, I'm telling you, they say blend. They're like, and then you just blend, and I'm like, for how long? How many blends? When do we stop?
Right.
But I'm very kind of just tomboy, and I liked I had a big group of friends. I just liked everybody.
How did you get to be so outgoing and bubbly? You have such an amazing. You're so funny. You and Whitney in your videos. It's crazy.
I don't really know how to answer that question. How did I get?
Were you always like that?
Yeah. I just think no. There was a point where I started to care. Like, you start to care a little bit. I think maybe in high school, you're like trying to figure stuff out, and you start to care a little bit. You have more awareness.
Sure.
And then I will say, as I've gotten older, I have learned to just give a lot less cares, would be a nice word. And
you know what I would say.
Yeah. We're going to just say thank you. But a lot less cares, and you're not everybody's going to like you.
Sure.
So why try?
Right.
Like, you don't like everybody, do you?
No.
So you can't expect everybody to like you, and I'm not for everyone, but I am who I am.
God, you're such a superstar. How long you've been competing in bikini? Not very long.
Oh.
Come on.
Since 2013.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I would never guess that.
Yes. I'm an OG. I had a paper number, no crystals on the bikini.
Really?
Yeah. My first show was in 2013. It was a Miles show here, local to Arizona. And I did, so over the course of, since 2014, I think, was my first national show. I had no idea what that even meant. I just wanted to go to Vegas with the girls. We did USAs. But since then, it took me 8 national shows. And I was always in the top 4. I had the top 4 course. Like, that's what we called it, the top 4 course. And then I took some time off. And then in 2018, like, I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I'm banging out national shows. And I
And you
kept
won the
showing
overall
up.
nationals.
And I did. Yeah, I did. That was so cool. Wow.
Yeah, of course. The national, that's like the biggest, that's the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, well, that was not expected.
What was your first Olympia experience like? Or better yet, your first pro win?
My first pro, that was so unexpected.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because I went into it, I was going against, well, she was like, I don't know how many times she's won the Olympia, like way more than I ever will. But there was just some big names on the list.
Sure.
So it was just, and that's during the time it was the point system. So you're just trying to rack up points.
Sure.
And I was actually told, so when they announced me as the winner, that was weird. Like I was just like, I don't really think.
So you didn't really see yourself winning that show?
Absolutely.
Even after prejudging?
No. And they told me that they actually had me in 3rd.
Oh,
and it
wow.
wasn't until I showed up at finals, and they just said you were so happy and your energy was so good, and they bumped me up.
So the change from the prejudging to the evening was your just smile and just be more bubbly.
Just
The
not
confidence.
caring, just
Not
showing
caring.
up.
How?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, me?
I was confused. That was, I was like, before I could accept this, let's just recheck everything.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that is so cool. So then go on to the first Olympia. When you're stepping on that Olympia stage.
Yeah, that was it. It's like Disneyland. I will never forget it. And my body was tired because that was the point. And
Right.
we ran like we did every show. But it still was amazing to be there. I couldn't believe, like at Meet the Athletes, I just can't believe how many people show up, the community, the support. It's just something you're so fortunate to experience, and when you do it's one of those things you never forget.
So now we're going back to Vegas. You got to be excited about that.
I am.
The Zappos Theater, which is
gonna be badass.
It's gonna be badass.
It's gonna be
What kind of package can we expect from you at this?
I am gonna be my best. I'm not tired,
Yeah.
so I have no excuse.
Sure.
I am truly like excited. I think I had a good year last year I focused on clients and a lot of other, just work.
Sure.
It was hard juggling, but this year I'm okay with being a little more selfish and like, nope, I need this time to do this for me.
Yes,
So,
you need to be a little more selfish, because one thing I can't say about you, and I go to a lot of shows, and I have actually seen you at a few shows where when your clients are on stage or your people from, you're right there. Or you're getting them filming, you're doing whatever you can. I don't know how you don't even sleep, I'm going to have to say.
I don't. I'm like licking their hairs, and I do. They're my children. Like, and it's not just my clients; it's our team. Like,
Sure,
I'll take
right.
care of it. I mean, I will take care of random people to ask for help. I think was it Masters Nationals? A girl in the bathroom came up to me, and she must have had 150 bobby pins in her hair, and she goes, "I need help," and I had to be out there, and I was like, okay, let's do this. And oh wow, where are we going?
150.
I had a pile.
Oh, my
It was like an
God.
ant pile.
That's funny.
But I'm going to help anybody because I can't help but to be excited.
How do you have this big you give back to the community, obviously. So how did you get why do you have this big passion that you do? What drives you?
That is maybe one thing about me is I never knew what I really wanted to do growing up. Like, what do you want to be? And I went into education, was a special ed teacher.
Oh, wow.
But I knew from the very beginning, I just thought in life, like, purpose is you should always be helping somebody. I can never imagine a job where you're not like using yourself to help others. I just think we're here on this earth for a purpose, and our purpose is to impact others. I could never be a nurse because blood is just, I would pass out, so that would not be the worst.
Right.
So I did go into special education and did that for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And transitioned to this, and I feel like I still have that purpose, like with coaching, whether it's lifestyle or it's I get a lot of first-timer girls, NPC girls, just they have a goal and they want to get on that stage, and it's very fulfilling. It is.
What piece of advice would you give somebody wanting to compete in bikini for the first time? Or any sport, for that matter?
I mean, enjoy it and have fun, because it shows on stage. That's the biggest thing and just remember where you started. I think especially when these beginners, they see these pro bodies and they see, like, and they don't remember, like, wow, I've come so far. And if they truly love it, never forget where you started, how much you evolved. Like, because you'll look back at your first stage shots and laugh. I mean, I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I
joke.
don't even look at them because I'm like, I don't want to see it.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But if you're not having fun, don't do it. And I do yell. I give a lot of tough love to my girls, and I'm like, stay off social media. Just stop it.
Really?
Oh.
Why? So explain, because a lot of us, the first thing a lot of people usually do is when they get up is social media. Now, some of us who have jobs, that's a different story. But what is your thoughts on that? I mean,
it's a comparison. Well, okay, first of all, nobody's posting their worst photos. Probably me, because
right.
whatever.
You don't have any worst photos,
There's been some of these,
Nah.
But nobody's posting their worst photos, and there's a lot of things you can do to photos now. So I've seen girls at the pro level, they spiral, they get so freaked out with, oh, well, look at her and this and that, and I'm like, do you think she's gonna post her fat pocket from behind, or her wrinkle roll when she sits down? Nobody wants that. Like, get real. So it's the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And just remember, when you're scrolling, it's like you can celebrate. Those are the people in your community, and you can celebrate them, but you can also give a flying F, okay? And cheer them on, but remember, like, you're doing this for you, and you are you.
People always ask how I got here. I was willing to work just a little harder than everyone else. Every damn day. If I can have hundreds of hours back, I'm gonna grab them. Spending hours prepping chicken, rice, and vegetables, F that. I rely on perfect nutrition. I rely on trifecta.
Like, I'm me and you're you.
Sure.
And that's your superpower. And that's what I tell my girls, like, you're you. You're never going to be me. And I'm never going to be you. But that's what's rad. Because that's what I think this sport is about. Like, if you even look at, like, the top 5 in every division, everybody's very different. But they're them. And it's like they're unapologetically them.
Sure.
Sid and Figure,
Oh my gosh,
unapologetically.
right.
She does. Now everybody's doing it, but
Right.
she's her.
Right.
She takes her time, and we wait on her.
Yeah, of course.
So just
And your eyes don't go off of her. You keep on watching.
it's amazing, but that's her.
Well, it's the same like bikini, right? So every single bikini competitor is different. They have something different to bring to the table. So you obviously have that eye. Like for you, what makes a champion, a bikini champion? What is it?
What makes a bikini
If you have 5 girls who are, all of them are good,
yeah.
really good, as you know, you've been up against the best in the world. What is it what will stand out to you about that one?
I do think a lot of it's the energy. If you have 5 solid girls, whether you're talking NPC or at Olympia, I do think it's the energy that they're giving off that day. I mean, symmetry and balance obviously is a huge thing, but at the end of the day, it's just like, I don't like getting photos back from athletes and looking at pictures because I'm like, that girl could have performed on stage.
Sure.
You don't know. A lot of it I do think is your energy. And then also when you're talking about the top, like the top 5 at Olympia, I do think it's who is the best ambassador for the sport,
And
who
what do you
gives
mean by
back,
that?
like who gives back, who shows up at shows,
right.
you know, who's being a good example and leading by example. I do think that's important too, to have somebody at the top that is setting the example
Sure.
for others to follow, because it's, you know, you want it to still be attainable and healthy, and you want somebody that's going to put themselves out there and
Sure.
show up.
Now you have the complete package. You're perfect. You're beautiful, right?
Well, okay, thank you.
Take it. So anyway, let's step it up. Now you're up at the top 3, and you know they have the top 2. You're at the top 2, and Bob calls your name as the next Miss Bikini Olympia, and you laugh at that, but let's just, it is, anything's possible.
Soda.
But you know what I mean. So
Yes.
as the Miss Bikini Olympia, what are you wanting to do for the community, the bikini community in general? How are you going to be that great ambassador?
Oh, I would give, you think I give back now? Oh my gosh, I would
Tell
be
me.
like on crack with all of, see, but I can't say I would be on crack because
Right.
I got to be careful with the mouth.
That's all right. I'm on crack for the record.
She's actually very calm on crack.
Yeah, the good crack. So anyway,
I would be at like every pose. I think posing needs to be out there with seminars and clinics. I think just being more real with just having balance and just what this sport is, what it's meant to be. I mean, some of my best friends I met at that gym, like, and they came up to me the very first posing class Pro Physiques had, and they're like, "Hey, prep is hard." I will never forget. Like, I get the chilly willies, the goosebumps. There was a girl, her name was Kirby. She came up to me. She said, "Prep is hard." I had no idea what I was doing, and she's like, "Here's my number," and like that. That's the good stuff when you can connect with people. And I still to this day talk to her. And
Wow.
she's moved on from the sport. She has kids, you know. But I have a lot of girls like that. And when I see my girls connecting with other girls, even if they're on different teams, like that's what it's about. We've all worked so hard that it doesn't matter what team you're with, like, you know, where you placed.
Sure.
I think it's just about
it's a big family.
yeah,
right?
like this, and it's a big community, but it's not. It is a small community.
Is it?
I think it is. I think it's kind of like, I mean, it's big, but that
Listen,
little,
bikini is one of the biggest divisions.
yeah,
How many do we have going in this year?
so many.
53.
I'm R, I'm
54,
Ross,
53?
and I'm be like, call me when you get to the P's, okay? I'll come downstairs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But there's 53 right now. I think.
53, and we haven't even counted the ones in points. We have Romania this weekend.
Yes.
So is there any more shows between now and the Olympia?
You got, I know Sacramento Pro is this weekend as well.
Oh, wow.
Coming up.
So these are the last ones.
There's a few, yes. Yeah. So, we'll
So how many
see.
bikini shows do we have this year in general? Do you know? A lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
It would be a great answer.
A lot. Do you ever plan on putting on your own show?
I'm such a helper. I love to help
So
Whitney.
that means no.
No, I mean, if I had that opportunity, yes. In college, I worked as a wedding planner, actually.
Oh, my
for a very
God.
high-profile wedding planner in Scottsdale. It was great. I had some great people,
Oh,
great
that had to be-
weddings.
yeah.
I love it. I love everything about planning and organizing a binder with like tabs and just
So you're
everybody.
very organized.
With other people's things. With my things, no, I couldn't tell you where my
Don't look at
chapstick
my
is.
stuff.
No.
Wow.
But no, when it comes to other people's stuff, yeah. But for me, I'm like, I couldn't find the lid to the cup this morning.
Or the car keys. Where are the car keys
I
at?
have like 3 sets. I have no idea.
You're so funny. Wedding planner.
Yeah, it was great. It was the best job ever.
Oh my God. It's gotta be.
It was a fun
Do
job.
you ever have any divas?
Oh, you know, it was actually a lot of the moms
Oh,
for the divas.
of course.
And I mean, you're paying a lot.
Sure.
We're talking big high profile weddings.
Yeah, so give me a money like high profile is in like what?
Like I just don't even want to. I mean, I'm talking
Million?
like half a million to a million. Yep.
Oh, that's peanuts. Come on.
Is that peanuts? Because
That's
not
peanuts.
we had a client, they flew in that day. They had to come in that day. What are those Hawaiian flowers called? The leis, what they make the leis from?
Yeah.
They flew in all their florals.
Wow.
Because it had to be specially flown in that day. Whatever those.
I can't even imagine.
They're beautiful.
the
They smell
cost.
great.
Right.
But just imagine that everybody's wearing one, and then every table had a whole thing, and it came in a plane, and then we had
Wow.
to not mess them up.
Right,
But
of course. Now, why did you want to get out of that if the money's really good? I mean,
no, it wasn't great for me, but but I don't. It really isn't that great of money,
Okay.
to be honest.
okay.
It's fun though. It's a fun, rewarding job.
That's going to be, I mean, just seeing all that stuff. And I don't know. I like wedding cake.
Yeah.
That's the only thing for me. I mean,
You're not like the dinner person.
no wedding cake.
Wedding
I'd
cake.
Go
What-
for the
what
fat stuff.
flavor.
Whatever has liquor in it.
Like the rum cakes.
Rum cakes, yeah. Vanilla, raspberry, don't matter.
I like
Put
that.
some liquor in it.
That's a good stuff. Vodka
know.
cake. Never
Do
had
they
one.
have vodka
I
cake?
don't know. We could make one.
You could definitely make one.
I don't do cooking though.
No?
Mm.
You don't cook?
You don't want me to.
Yes, I do now. I do want you to cook. Are you
would
going to
be
be burning the place down? No. Well, you can make popcorn, right?
The
You
one
can
in
make
the
a grilled
bag.
cheese.
Sometimes the middle isn't quite cooked and the edges get burned.
This is grilled cheese.
Yeah, I learned you have to keep the lid on to get the middle
You're so funny.
low and slow is the trick.
Low and slow. It
with
sounds like
that.
something my ex used to. Anyway,
You
that's
like
another-
low and
it's another story.
does that
So-
pertain to cooking?
I want to get back to you and your passion for the athletes, and of course, we'll get into the bikini and everything. So, have you thought about doing a seminar with the bikini posing, like all over the U.S. or even outside of the country?
That's like a kind of a big dream. I just don't even. That would be awesome. I've done tons of clinics with Sandy. She does them usually before all of her shows.
Sure.
We've had them at the gym. I love it, but I mean that definitely is something I could maybe like.
It's going to be great working with Sandy, though. She's such a great person.
Nice.
And how about that women's seminar we had earlier this year?
Amazing, and I can't wait to be a part of it. For
Right.
this year, is going to
Oh.
even be
Right.
wow.
How many did you guys have? It was like 300 or something.
It's sold
And you
out.
turned people away, I think, too.
Yeah, it's sold
Yeah.
out. There was a wait list. It was insane. I think there's already a wait list for this one.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be here in Phoenix, right?
Yeah,
because I
it's
think
gonna be
Jake
good
Wood
stuff.
and
I think
Wings
it's
of
going to
Strength
be actually some of it might be at. I could be wrong.
at your gym.
Well, I know. Yes, there is going to be some at the gym because I'm doing a boot camp for it one morning.
What's the
That,
boot camp?
It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, you can't give away any secrets. You have your hands in every single pot. You do have a lot of different businesses.
I do a lot.
You do a lot. So give us a little sample. I know you do the jewelry, these kick-ass different things and stuff, which is fun. I don't know how you have the patience. I couldn't do it, but God bless you.
Thank you.
So tell me what other ventures you have going on.
I mean, my little bead thing this year, that just kind of happened. I don't know. I just made a few bracelets and people wanted them, and then it turned into like a full-blown like.
Yeah, it took off pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. I've always been I call myself like a little hippie crystal sister. I really like learning about stones and all that. So that's just a little side thing that is awesome. It blossomed and how I kind of wind down at night. So, which is odd. I know. I don't like TV though. So.
I couldn't do it. Oh, you don't like TV?
I'm not a big TV person.
So no movies, nothing like that?
No, I'm a human. Like, there's movies I like
Just not like
Step
TV, like
Brothers and
news and all
Wedding
that
Cra-
kind of-
Yeah, news. No, that stresses me
That
out.
is stressful.
People that wake up and turn on the news. No offense, if you wake up and turn on the news, though, that's a.
You know who
stress-
does that? I'm just going to throw him under the
My
bus.
ex-husband.
Bob does that.
Oh, Bob. Bob knows me. Bob.
Yeah.
That's why you're stressed, okay? If you're stressed, you gotta turn on something. Turn on a Lifetime movie.
Lifetime,
I
yeah.
don't know, just something.
A Hallmark channel.
The news is like, oof, that's heavy. I couldn't wake up to that.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, there's movies I like, but the
Favorite
beads-
movie?
What?
Favorite movie?
Oh, that's okay. Like, well, I mean, I love Step Brothers. I love Wedding
That's great.
Crashers.
Put your what is it? Put your balls in my drum set.
Did you?
How about we should get a girl.
Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah, we should do a skit with a girl and her. Excuse me for being frank. My director's looking at me like he knows what I'm going to say. Put your lips. Did you just put your lips on my? Oh, some don't have lips, but anyway.
Your
That
lady
would be
lips.
great. Your lady lips. Just put your lips on my drum set. That'd be great.
It would be fun.
Have these big long things, roast beef hanging out.
Oh, so gross, like Arby's. Ew.
Like Arby's. Hey, did you guys do a skit with did you see the girls, the guys are like trimming with the razor and then all of a sudden this roast beef drops from the girl
No,
floor?
gross.
Yeah, so it's a TikTok thing where the guy's looking up and he's like all excited shaving her there. And then all of a sudden this roast beef like drops on his face
That's kind of funny.
and she starts like screaming, ah.
That's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
It's very gross. but
It is
kind of
very
funny.
gross.
I've never had.
God,
roast
that'd be a
beef
great
because
skit.
Of that.
Nico,
Nope, he's cutting. He's not appropriate. Not
what do you
PC.
think? It'd be good.
I mean, I personally
much.
I don't even eat roast beef because of that analogy. I have never had an Arby's sandwich in my entire life.
So you know what I'm gonna have to do now? I'm gonna take a picture of me, a big thing of roast beef, or do a video. Alexandria,
It makes me gag 'cause I'm like, that looks just so gross because of all the analogies. Jack in the Box tacos, yep, those are my jam. I can eat every other fast
so
food.
that's okay. Jack in the Box taco.
Yeah,
That's
any
good.
other fast food change, but Arby's is not for
Arby's.
me.
Well, it's good mood food, right? That's their slogan.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
Anyway, I took this a whole nother turn.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
just-
so sorry.
That's
It's
okay.
going back to you. It's all
Nope.
about you.
It can be about Arby's. So
No, it's about you. So moving forward with the Olympia, what else do you plan on doing? I mean, you've obviously been in this for a while, and you have a big passion for it. You have a lot of clients. You work with a great team, and you're obviously here for everyone. So what other things do you plan on doing in the industry?
I need to kind of think a little bigger. I think I get stuck in that little here and now box.
Sure.
Because I am so much there for my clients. I do want to keep building our team. I love when we get new pros and everybody does well. And but I definitely do. And even my coach has been like, "You gotta."
Who's your coach?
Well, okay, he's like half my coach, Damien Segovia.
Oh,
the producer,
the producer. I call him Pimp Daddy. He's
Pimp.
always,
Wait,
well,
why
he's
do you
always
call
in
him?
well, because he always looks fly. He's got the little Jordans.
Oh,
on, you know,
it's so obnoxious. He looks like a child. I say it all
like a
the time. I'm like, what are you wearing? I can't get out of the
And
photo.
he's like in the shadows. You really don't see
He
him.
is quiet man,
Yeah,
but loud with his attire. It's like,
he is loud with
it's
his
very,
Pimp Daddy.
that's a good name. He does help with my preps.
He looks very soft spoken. Does he ever? He does get loud. Like, does he like?
Oh, he'll ream your ass.
Really?
Oh my god.
Give me an example. Like, what would he do?
Oh, I mean, he'll literally ream you. He'll be like, mm-mm. One time he kicked me out of the gym, and then he called me and told me to come back.
Really?
And I was like, no.
Did you not do your sets or?
I don't know. I was stretching weird, and he was just in
He's
a mood.
stretching. Get the hell out of the gym.
I wasn't doing all my rolling. No, he actually definitely has softened up, though, over the years. He definitely is a softie, but you don't want to piss him off.
Okay, I'll
Like,
keep that in mind.
Which is good. It's respectable, you know.
How long you been with the pros?
Since I started, 2013.
Are you from Phoenix originally?
I'm originally from California.
You're a Cali guy. That's why you got this
I-
big, beautiful, bubbly personality.
Cali. I know, it's the Valley girl coming out.
Where in Cali?
Ventura County.
Okay. Wow.
So,
and you're
southern.
are you
I know it's
Italian?
Everybody
Are you
does
Spanish?
You'll never know. No.
Haitian?
My dad is a big white man he had red hair at one point.
Oh, wow.
And then he smuggled my mom actually from Belize, Central American. So,
Wow. Yeah, beautiful.
yes, she's very dark looking, like full on, has to get a weave. Very, very dark. So I got a mix of them.
So then you moved here. When did you move to Phoenix?
We moved here in 2000. When did? Oh gosh, 2005, 2006. So
How do you deal with the heat, please?
okay,
It's cold
can't-
now too, by the
I
way.
can't stand people when they're like, it's a dry heat, and you'll get used to it, because to this day, I have not gotten used to
Yeah.
it. Like, are you from here?
No,
Where are you from?
Orlando.
Okay, so you've had humidity and
yeah.
mist, and like your cuticles
Yeah.
like are quenched, and your skin is quenched. And I'm constantly applying
Sure.
lotion after every shower and every hour. I don't get used to this dry heat. And then I go back to California. Do you ever go back home?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
And do you feel like you just do better?
I do better, of course. When I come here, it's like, now it's been cold recently here, and that's like really like, it's different for me.
But I think our cold is a little
It's
drama.
cold.
We're drama.
Well, I'm drama too. When it gets below 89 or 80 degrees, I'm freezing.
But yeah, I like 75 it's jacket weather.
It is jacket weather,
It
right?
is.
So yesterday I saw a girl in a fur jacket. A long fur jacket. I'm like, that's a little bit too much.
I just purchased one off Aloe, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but that's you. You can get away with. You're a fashionista. There's a big difference there.
No,
You know.
it's for coziness.
Coziness.
It
Pamp.
gets cold.
Pamp.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Pip close.
So there's something that really drew my interest with you.
Oh,
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I mean, listen, last year I saw you. You're there with your clients. You're at the shows.
Yeah.
And you're working. Boom, boom, boom. So what was the breaking moment for you where you said, you know what, okay, now I'm going to do me. I'm going to compete again. When was it? What was it that?
It was actually this year,
was this year?
because
Okay.
I was going hard again this year, and I really had that feeling of like, I want to get back on stage, I want to do this, but I had this feeling of like, how am I going to be able to do it? You know, like
Is that a time thing or just like,
it was
just
around.
mental,
I would say like it was in the back of my head, February-ish. I really did, but I kept making excuses, and it's excuses, really.
well, give me an excuse.
Like I'm just like, I have so many clients, and then we have the summer shows coming up, and I was booked to
right.
be at every summer show, and
Sure.
and just like, you know, the stress of it all, and
Right.
it was kind of like, how am I going to do that? But that's an excuse, because if you want to, you can. You can tell people no. You can say, I'm not accepting new clients. You can say, you know what, I'm available to pose, but it's on X, Y, and Z days. Or I'm available to train, but you put
Right.
parameters.
Right.
And you don't, and you have to let your clients know, like, this is important to me too. And this is what I want to do for me.
So was it something, or did somebody shake you like, hey, you're going to compete again? Or did you just decide, you know what?
I have to decide. You can't tell me. I am a stubborn.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo. But I'm not I don't think I'm a loud Leo, really.
When's your birthday? I don't know.
August
Astrology.
13th. When's yours?
Okay. October 22nd. I'm the wussy Libra.
Oh, you're right on the cusp, though.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
all right on the cusp.
Oh, look at you, Miss Astrologer.
Oh, I know. I got a birthday book. I can tell you everything about you.
What?
Yep. You're right on the cusp.
Who's my my partner compatibility?
Actually, Libras are good with Leos. I do know that.
Okay.
Libras, I don't think are good with Sagittarius. I think that's a bad.
Really?
Maybe. I'm going to have to Google that again or look it up in my birthday book. But because Sagittarius is what, January?
No. Sag would be December.
No, that's Scorpio.
I'm a Sag.
You're Sag?
I
Oh,
thought-
you're right. Okay, so you're
Me and
November,
Sag
December.
actually get along pretty
I'm
well.
thinking of Capricorn. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I
That's January. I
I
don't
dated
think
a
you do well with
Capricorn,
Capricorns.
so yeah, we don't really.
Yeah, I don't think Capricorns work.
That was like the shortest relationship in my life.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour.
They're very, they work a lot. They like to work. And then they, if they're doing well, then the rest of the world is doing well.
Okay, I got a job for you right now. Guys, if you're listening, Miss Astrologer here,
right.
Alexandria Ross,
Yeah.
she can predict your future.
I can't.
DM.
I have a ball.
Could you imagine how much money you can make off that?
Oh, a lot. People always ask me now because they know I have this book.
That's
and they're
great.
Like, hey, I met this guy. This is his birthday. I'm like, hold on.
You
And
can
then
do
I'll-
a star chart and everything.
it's deep, but it's always spot on. I mean, it's spot on about me. I
How
hate
about the
it.
sex part of it, though? That's what I always look up. Are we sexually compatible?
Yeah, that's important. So that's the Scorpio in you. You're like right on that cusp.
Yes.
That's the Scorpio in you.
Is that bad that I think like that?
No, you're just a little perv.
90,
you know what you need.
90%. Yes. I need to fix it. Oh, anyway. There I go again. The roast beef
The
to
roast
this.
beef.
All right. It's
Your
not
needs.
it's not about me.
It's okay.
So you like the astrology thing. This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I'm a weird
No,
bird.
you're not. But tell me about the old soul, because you do have that old soul.
I do. I get along with, I guess, older people. I don't know. I can talk to anybody, but I think it's probably the way I was raised too. Like my parents, they made me go to like all their stupid parties and functions.
All their
and
stupid parties.
I had to like hang and talk to people and be social. So I don't know. I'm definitely very like I guess maybe working in the schools, just seeing the kids on their phone so much, it just bothers me. Like it
What about people in restaurants now? That
it's
bothers
so
me.
weird.
Right.
Like when a husband and wife are just sitting there.
Yes.
It's like what are you, like what is the point? I guess when I got to go out to eat as a kid too, it was like special. Like, you know, I got to pick. That was like
Sure.
Ooh. But just constantly on your phone or you're on like you're not even making eye contact with the person. Like none of my friends, I don't have friends that do that because I would say, hello,
I'm right
I
here.
need attention.
Right.
Is there an emergency? What's going on?
Right.
But that's the old soul in me. I don't like the constant. Just be present in the moment.
I think people have lost that now. They've lost the touch with being in the moment now because of, internet, the
100%.
social media, the Instagram, Facebook doesn't really help. Right?
It's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. I do it for work, for the gym, and by the time I get to mine, I'm like, no,
I'm
thank you.
done.
Like that's why I'm so bad at posting.
How do you, you juggle, you have the work and you have
The
your
work.
training for the Olympia. You've got the social media accounts.
Yep.
And then you have your clients, and then you got your posing stuff you do. How do you juggle all that? How does that, like, when do you get your training in and everything? It's got to be tough.
You're a crack cocaine dealer. They reached out to me. So, no, I do have a set time of training every day. With D will give me a set time, and that helps. I wake up. I just when it comes time to prep and get serious, I just create a pattern. You know, you wake up, if you do your cardio, shower, get to the gym,
Sure.
train. If I get it out in the morning, then I'm good because then I know I have the rest of the day to respond, make one-on-one appointments, but I have to do my stuff first thing.
How many hearts do you break?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I really do break any hearts.
You don't. Come on now.
No,
No?
I don't know. If I like you, I like you, and if I don't,
Well, how about somebody who really likes you and they think they got a chance?
it
It's more like
happens.
1 in a million.
So I tried that whole online dating thing.
How was that?
Freaking terrible.
Yeah, I've never done it.
I got a marriage proposal the first date, and I actually, when he went to the bathroom before the tacos came out,
You were
I
done.
paid. So hey, I was like waitress, and I gave my card. I was like, hello, and I had a little backpack. I came from work, and
Right.
clearly I really cared a lot. So, and I just slid right out of that booth. He's like, hey, where are you going? I was like, I just got to go.
Right.
It's.
So he proposed to you?
Yeah, he was he didn't propose, but he was like, you are like someone I could marry. And, he just kind of went down and he asked if I wanted kids. And I was just like, I just want to eat these chips.
You just met the guy.
With the salsa.
Right.
And enjoy this margarita.
Did he look like his profile?
He did. He was he lied because he was not 6 foot. He was like 5'10".
Oh,
Rounded down big time on that.
I don't like the shorties.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
I'm short, but it was just.
But when they're below you and you're kind of looking down, and
Well, it's just like you lied. I'm like, you lied. I think you might put 6'1".
what else would he lie about then, right?
Well, yeah, and that's when I just slid right out of that booth, and then
That's
I was
hilarious.
just like, I paid. I was like, I gotta get out.
I've done that, but I didn't tell the guy. He was annoying.
He caught me.
Oh.
Because he came out of the back because she took a while to like ring up the car. She's like, oh, you want your check already? I was like, mm-hmm.
So no more online dating after
No,
that.
I just can't. I have to either know someone that knows someone.
Are you looking?
I
Are
mean,
you
it's
wanting if it just happened?
If it happened, it has to just happen.
I believe in that too.
And Whitney says I'm way too picky.
What do you mean picky? Like, what's your idea? Okay, let's put it
I
out
just
there now.
know whether I like you within a matter of minutes.
What's your ideal guy? Do you have a certain look?
He has to
9
not
inches,
be like
12 inches.
ugly. Like he can't be like a gremlin.
She didn't catch. You didn't catch what I
It's
said.
it's not like he has to be a prince.
Did you catch what I said? You didn't catch it,
No,
did
what
you?
did
I said 9 inches, 12 inches.
I was thinking heights.
Do you know what I
You were
used to do?
thinking-
I used to have like a ruler on my hand or my arm,
Oh,
and I'd be like,
you would know from this.
I would
to
know,
here.
like well, anyway, we won't go.
Yeah.
I used to do we won't get into that.
No, I mean that is
Yeah.
important
I
to
had
test drive a vehicle. So, but
Just tell me your ideal man, seriously. It doesn't matter?
it has to be funny. He has to be fun.
Of course.
Okay, like gotta be fun. You gotta be taller than me, and that's not hard.
That's easy, yeah.
You diet down, train hard, and supplement smart for months. When the time comes to step on stage, don't leave your tan to chance. Go with the pros. Pro Tan. #1 worldwide since 1987 and the official sponsor of the Olympia for the last 15 years. Don't step on stage without it. Pro Tan.
And
What if you wore wedges?
if he wore wedges, or if I wore wedges?
Could you imagine if you dated you thought this guy was tall, and then you're coming down to the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
He takes off his shoes, and now he's like below.
Yep, it wouldn't work. I would be done. We would just say thank you
my
so much.
God.
It was so nice to meet
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
At least you're nice about it.
Oh, I'm very polite. Like it's not your fault that you have to wear those shoes, but it's hereditary.
So height, and then
Height
he's
matters, and then fun, like humor. And I am not high maintenance at all.
funny. What about money? Does he have to have like X amount of a job? Obviously.
A job is great. A job and no prison is a good. That's a good quality. Those
Yes.
are two good
yeah.
traits.
I had to throw that in there.
Like you should have a steady job. I don't really care about money. Like, we can't take longer to get ready than me. That is one thing. And he can't have like this, those like Instagram guys, like those like they're on their car and they're like,
Oh, right.
and they're all
Metrosexual or kind of.
yes.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No.
Like I can't take your photos for you. I'm sorry.
No, you're gonna be taking my photos.
Yes, like if we do that, I can't do that. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So yeah, just low maintenance. Like I'm pretty chill. So yeah.
Do you do judging like on the pro level? Like,
No.
Have you thought about it?
Oh, I've absolutely thought. I have thought about that actually a lot. I think it would be great.
There's a lot of time. I mean, that's a lot of time consuming with that.
That would, yes. We actually have our front desk manager, her and her husband, who's a
I know,
firefighter,
yeah.
Renee and Duke. They
Man.
just got to the pro level. They're thrilled, and it's so cool to see them. Like
So
they're
is that something else you are thinking?
I've thought about it because
Have you test judged?
Oh, I haven't ever tested, but I do sit next to them a lot because
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there all the time, and I'll be like, "Hey, this is what I have. What do you have?"
Sure.
It's fun. It's. I like it. I think it would be.
You
great.
should at least give it some thought. Now, when I first saw Renee, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, holy shit, this woman is diesel. I mean, she is built,
Oh, she's the
and I
softest
would never
soul.
guessed her age.
Oh, she looks incredible.
Well, she looks like the bouncer for the gym. You know,
You should
like
see her work out.
I can only imagine.
Oh wow! I'm like, what? How much pre-workout does she take? She'll be so calm, and then all of a sudden, it's like
Game on.
it's game time.
And what about you when you work out? Are you more like the
I wish I could
Beast.
get some of her energies, just a little some. But it's probably because I do the morning, and I'm not really a morning. I gotta become one with the mornings. I'm
Come
working
on,
on
the
it.
mornings.
It's a goal.
Tell me about your videos with Whitney. Now, what was the first one whose idea was it?
They're usually
start.
my ideas. They're usually
Great.
random, weird ideas. But I'm usually too like, should we do it? And she's like, let's do it. And so she's the one that, and then she usually has like the bigger role. I'm like, step in.
The voices you guys do, the mimic,
Oh, the accents.
the accents.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
accent
God.
challenge. That's
What was
fun.
your first video you guys ever did?
I have to think because my Instagram got deleted. I wish I could go back. I know we did the accents. We did that spelling bee one. That was hard. Gosh, we've done a lot of stupid stuff.
You guys have a TikTok.
She does. I do.
Oh, I would have loved to see a dual TikTok
Yeah,
of you too.
it could have been fun. It could be good.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are just great.
Yeah, I'll show her something I've seen, and I'm like, hey, how about if we did this with this? And she's like, okay. And like she'll usually take the lead. Like the Sean Paul video where we did that one.
Yeah.
That one was great.
And you guys are, there's always, whenever I'm going through my Instagram and I see your videos, I'm just laughing because they're so entertaining. So that's another thing about you is that you're so funny, you're so passionate, you got a big heart, and it shows through your videos. And you always put a smile on people's faces, right?
Well,
So I appreciate that. We have the Olympia coming up soon,
yeah.
and you got to be, again, thrilled.
I'm thrilled. I was like when I won, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so thrilled.
Who's on your team? So you have Damien and anybody else who's working with you, or just you and
It's mostly just me, and then he's kind of spot checks me.
You do your own nutrition and everything like that.
Yeah, I got to get going. He's known me forever, so he knows like he can't really boss me. But then he's really good at dialing me in, like the last few weeks. So he spot checks everything I do.
How difficult is it with the diet for a bikini competitor? Most people think it's easy, but it's not, right?
Well, I think it's what you do in your off season, and I think I mean, you can go hard. I am not a typical bikini, like I don't diet year round,
Sure,
and I really try to have like that balance, and I do think a lot of it is like stress related too, and just
Right.
being so weird with like a lot of people, not weird with food, I don't want to say weird with food, but like, you know, they're just like, I gotta be perfect every single day.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like when people actually let a little loose and don't view food as like this
Chore, yeah.
and I gotta be
get what you're
perfect, and they actually
Yeah.
just kind of normalize a little in their
Yeah.
off season and not going crazy. You know when you're being a fatty.
Oh, yeah.
You know when you need to stop. You know when your stomach is saying, I'm
Right.
full. But you just work up your metabolism. Like
Mm-hmm.
your body can handle a lot more than you think.
Let me ask you this. So what do you think of girls? Is it okay for girls to compete in, say, 4 or more shows a year as a bikini competitor? Is that
Are
too
they
much?
going like back to back to back, or?
Some of them are back to back.
I think when you because someone like me, I got to get going. I got to get the ball. I never look great my first show. It's like a thing with me. I just don't. I don't know if it's like cortisol. I have no idea what happens. But it's like once I get going, I'm good.
Sure.
And I'm the worst person to ask because I did like 19 shows in 1 year.
19
shows. Mm-hmm.
Which year was this?
That was right. So it was between 2018 and 2019. So I turned pro 2018, and then all the way to that August 2019 when I was doing the points, I did 19 shows in a year.
Were most of them, no, because I love Tarek and Tamer, were most muscle contest shows? Or
Actually,
just
none.
variety?
None.
Wow.
None were.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't start
wow.
doing those until this year. Yeah,
19.
19.
That's
so
a lot.
got my hormones checked at the end of the year. They were fabulous. So,
Right.
and I was eating a lot and doing very little because I think your
Sure.
body just
Sure.
gets going. So it depends on the girl.
So as you did the more shows, did you feel like you were getting obviously better each time, or just
There was a point, yes, and then no. Then there was a point, I think my body was just like, because I'm naturally a smaller person that doesn't hold a lot of muscle. So yes, there was a point where I can tell you where I peaked, and then there was a point I could tell you where I was eating everything I could, and I was still, it just, your body's tired. It wasn't hanging on. It was
Sure.
like, girl, let's wrap this up.
How many clients would you like to have under your belt?
I like my amount right now. I'm good.
So you're pretty booked up. There's no more taking on new clients.
I mean, I will take you on, but I'm happy with my amount right now. It's,
Okay, guys, no, don't.
I mean, it's manageable. It's good, and I feel like I can give everybody the attention they need. Probably a little less. Or
That's
something.
actually very important, though, right? When we have that attention, because we need that as an athlete, because most coaches, as you know, they just throw a diet out and then
Yes.
they don't get that attention. They don't hear from their coach.
No,
And the day of the show,
I was very low. I mean, I think back, I'm like, I was so low maintenance. I was like a perfect client. Wow, I just did it, and he'd be like, yo, you gonna check in, Hondro? He calls me Hondro. And I'm like, yeah, if you want me to. Like, okay. Like, I just did it, showed up. But there are some people that are they need. And then if I
Very
don't hear from
needy.
them too, because I always think of those low maintenance people, like, I still am like, hey girl, what's going on? You good? Like, yeah. I'm like, okay. At least I did my job.
So when you don't hear from them, they're still following the course. It's not like, okay, they fell off the bend.
No,
'Cause we've seen some
Well,
of those
sometimes they
girls.
have, and I'm like, what's going on? I haven't heard from you.
Yeah.
Usually those are the ones you do hear from, though.
Right.
And then they're quiet, and you're like, that's weird.
Did you eat something you're not supposed to be eating?
What did you do, girl?
How important is the presentation with bikini?
So important.
Is that like one of the top things you would say the judges look at is the whole presentation, makeup, hair, skin,
Everything.
tanning?
It's everything, yeah. And then I do think the best advice I got this year was actually from Kim Odo. He's great.
I love Kim.
I love him. I adore him. But the best advice I got from him was, he said, my very first show this year, he said, stop. And I wanted him to help me with posing, and he was okay with it. But he said, you know what, I need you to stop trying to be like all the other girls. He's like, you're this bubbly, fun person. What I just saw was nothing like that. And I was like, okay, noted. And then every show actually I did this year, and he was like, you're finally being you, and you stopped trying to be like everybody else. Like, and he's like, I felt your personality. And the show I won, he said, you were the only one up there that looked like they wanted to win and looked like you were having fun.
Wow.
He's like, you looked like how you and I converse every day. Like, you were you. And that, I think, is so important.
Absolutely. Now, are you the kind that winks at the crowd?
Oh, I am. I do like an awkward wink. Like, I'm like, something about No, I think I just have fun. I really do.
And that's what it's all about in the end.
I do, and I think it shows, and I think that's important. Because you can
Okay.
always tell who's having fun and who's just...
I want to see you at the top of the Olympia, for sure.
That would be fun.
That would be very fun.
That would be
And you
fun.
can definitely do it.
And you can count on me for having fun.
Of
no matter
course.
what.
You always
So,
do, right?
I will.
What? How's Winston doing, by the way?
You know, he's good. He's rocking his little man bun. He's very well behaved at the gym. He goes to the gym every day. Very well behaved. Then he comes home and he's like Jekyll and Hyde.
And Winston's not a man, guys. Winston is what kind of dog?
He is a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. People think he's a little doodle, like a golden doodle.
Yeah.
But he doesn't shed. He's very good. He loves all things, everything.
You have outfits for him?
So many. I have a whole container storage bin. It's really embarrassing.
Does he have his own Instagram?
Winstagrams, yeah.
He does. Winstagram?
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, like people, well, you guys invited Winston this year before I got an invite to Wings of Strength. He came and had a play date. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Winstagram gets a freaking invite.
But I don't.
I haven't gotten one yet. I'll be waiting. But yeah, he is a very popular little man. People love him. He's a good dog.
All right. I know you got things to do. You got clients to train. I want to go over any other businesses you have that you want to talk about.
I mean, I think we talked about a lot.
No, we didn't talk about a lot.
We
Just
covered
enough.
a lot.
We did not cover enough. Anyway. Well, listen, I'm excited to see you at the Olympia, and thank you for all you do with your clients, Pro Physiques. You're a phenomenal coach and obviously a phenomenal champion. Beautiful soul. Beautiful person, regardless. I mean, you're sexy, you got it going on, but you're beautiful inside and out. And I appreciate you taking the time to be on the Fit Rockstar show.
And thank you for having me. It was fun.
Absolutely. All right, hon. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Fit Rockstar with the beautiful, sensational, the 3-time Bikini Olympian and 3-time Bikini Olympian champ. She is the boss, Alexandria Ross.
Thank you.
Oh. You know what I didn't do, guys? I'm so embarrassed. I'm starstruck by this beauty here.
Oh, gosh, no.
Oh, you know what I normally do is I
What?
give you the mic
I
because if you want to say anything special to anyone out there, thanking them for being on the show, or thanking them for whatever motivation, and then your sponsors and any shout outs.
Oh, I mean, okay. Well, thank you for having me
Absolutely.
be on Fit Rockstar Show. It's fun. This is fun. It's always fun to be here at the Wings of Strength building. This building is badass.
And it's getting better.
It's how how can it get better?
Trust me.
It's amazing.
It's coming.
This place is so cool. If you have the opportunity to come here, you cannot turn it down. That would be a no-no. And my gym community, I love my team, and my clients are my motivation. So thank you for pushing me this year and being okay with me doing me. I got Toxic Angels. That they're good, man. That bikini, they're good. HG Muscle, thank you. And Shoe Fairy, they're great.
I like Shoe Fairy.
Who doesn't like Shoe Fairy? You put your feet in those.
Yes.
I can wear those on the weekends.
They're great.
They're great. So I don't take a lot of sponsorships, but the ones I do, I really believe in. And those are the ones that are pretty clutch. Protan too. I used it this morning. Do you like Protan? I do the DIY.
I do like Protan.
They're
Absolutely.
good. They're good.
Yeah.
It's just clean
Well, and it looks good. It's polished.
all the time.
And you used it this morning to be on the show.
I did. I was like, I got to get a base. So this is a base.
Well, I got a spray tan yesterday, so there we go.
Oh, you can just Protan it next time. Just
didn't have any.
Sponge it up.
All right. Well, all right, guys. We are going to wrap this up. And again, thank you, the beautiful Alexandria Ross, Benefit Rockstar Show. Till next time.
Thank you.